this year. But good evening to everybody. Welcome back to BUTV News. Let's take a look at this week's top stories in Bradley sports. It's away game season for the Braves in all sports, but volleyball had two major in-conference away games against the Drake Bulldogs and the UNI Panthers. The Bradley team is used to a healthy average of 300 to 400 amount of fans in the stands, but imagine going from the local lineup to the big stage twice in 2 days. Cedar Falls, Iowa is where the Braves stood to take on the University of Northern Iowa, and as usual, they did their best to keep the season alive. Now try doing that in front of 2,700 people. The UNI Panthers fans really did show out during the game, and this weekend's games especially. If only they did the same during the basketball season, but I guess a jack of all trades is a master of none. UNI led Bradley in all categories except blocks, with Bradley once again standing their ground in that aspect. Keep in mind that the UNI is on a 14-game winning streak with a perfect conference record, so the 3-0 final was realistic given the current circumstances. This, however, was a predecessor to the Drake game that was played last Friday before UNI. Drake sits one spot behind UNI as far as MVC volleyball goes, but their overall record is only one game away from being first, so to say the two teams are comparable is pretty accurate. Staying along the trend of high attendance games, over 1,500 people were at the Knapp Center during the Friday lights, and the home crowd made sure that they were felt by both teams. A set between Drake and Bradley should mean more wins over middle of the conference competition, as Bradley went dig for dig with the Bulldogs, making sure to stretch every game out the max, the lower hitting percentage that was the killer that the Braves have, hitting about half of the percent that Drake did. However, this is a fundamental fix that can sure to show itself as the season progresses. Their next game will be in Peoria this Friday and Saturday against Valparaiso and UIC respectively. Be sure to check out the Renaissance Coliseum for more information. Even though the temperatures are near freezing, the soccer team is still outside and fighting for every last conference win that they can get. This past weekend, they took on the Evansville Purple Aces, and they did not take too kindly to the Braves' defensive plan. Get ready for some of these stats. We had 4 shots on goal combined in the entire game, 24 total fouls, including a red card, the first of the season from an Evansville midfielder, and 1 total goal scored by an Evansville striker in the 38th minute of the game. The next game will be played against top-ranked MVC leading Western Michigan. That game will be played in Peoria, giving us the chance for an upset of a lifetime. So make sure to be a part of it and head over to Shea Stadium right after this broadcast to support our soccer Braves.